Greetings and salutations. It's your American truck driver here, Chris Babylon, coming to you from a truck stop. Just got this off of the cdllife.com. The Democrats, and according to them, it's a bipartisan bill. They have introduced a bill, and this just came to me today, a few minutes ago. The Women in Trucking Workforce Act. It was introduced by Senator Jeremy Moran and Senator Tammy Baldwin. It's going to force the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, to figure out why there are not more women truck drivers. According to them and statistics, 47% of American workforce are women, 24% are in the trucking, however, only 7% of them are drivers, which is less than 10% of all drivers are women. They also say that women are 20% less likely to get into an accident, which I can believe. But it's going to force them to figure out why women are not truck drivers. Well, a lot of women who are driving trucks are driving either with their husbands, with partners, or they're older and they're out on the road because they don't want to be home. I've actually talked to women truck drivers, you know, from time to time, figure out why they're on the road. Because, you know, I got nieces. There are young women at our church that my wife knows, I know, looking for jobs. I tell them about the CDLs. Now, again, this is my personal opinion. I am not talking for any major companies, any corporations. This is my opinion. And after driving for almost 15 years now, there is a few major reasons why women are not truck drivers. And this is, like I said, talking from a lot of them. I talked to them. I talked to their husbands. Some of them ride with their boyfriends. And the biggest reason that they're not driving the trucks is a lot of them are intimidated by them because they're so huge. Okay, I mean, you can see behind me here. Okay, I'm in my sleeper cab. Okay, this is like a mini bedroom. The other big issue is women, and this is scientific, this is facts. Facts don't lie. Okay, I'm not taking anybody's side in this. Okay, I'm giving you my opinion and facts. And the fact is that most women do not want to go into this field. Period. They're away from home. They don't like long traveling times. They don't like sitting. And, you know, a lot of them want to be around home. You know, they're saying, Senator Moore is saying that this will be an opportunity for women in Wisconsin to bring financial stability to their homes, quote unquote. And I'm going, women aren't going to do this if they have kids at home. They're going to try and find jobs where they can be home with their kids every night. You're not going to take a mom, a single mom, out of the home away from her kids. It's not going to happen. Okay? They want to be home with their kids. Women are more social than men. Okay? That's why you see a lot of them as teachers. You see a lot of them as a doctor, a nurse, some kind of health practitioner. Dentistry is another one. Anything to do with social life, social construct of life in general, okay? Dealing with people, dealing with kids. In the trucking world, you don't do that, okay? Now, granted, I talk to truck drivers because I'm trying to find out their opinion and find out what's going on out there in the trucking world. But on a general day-to-day basis, you don't talk to very many people. If I'm not discussing what's going on in the trucking world, most of the time, if I'm lucky, I talk to 2 people. One is when I pick up my load, sign the paperwork, they tell me what door or where the trailer is. 2 is when I deliver the load and I get my copy of the paperwork and they tell me where to drop the trailer. Okay? Now, I might say hi or good morning, good afternoon to the fuel clerks in the truck stops, okay? I talk to my wife on the phone first thing in the morning. And that's it. Women don't like solitude, the majority. Now, I'm not saying all of them, okay? You know, I'm not being some kind of misogynistic pig here. I'm telling you facts. The majority of your women don't want to be out there on their own. Me and most of your guys, we don't care. So I'm scratching my head here trying to figure out what do they expect to do here. You know, it's already an equal opportunity employment. That is a federal law. You know, if you have a CDL, which is a law, you have to have a CDL, which means the women have to have a CDL to drive. That's one thing. Another thing, you know, a lot of them just don't want to do it. Okay? They don't want to go out there. They don't want to get the CDL. They don't want to be on the highways. They don't want to be in these big, huge vehicles. So I'm scratching my head here trying to figure out what do they expect to get out of this. Okay? They're gonna make another taxpayer-funded women in truck driving workforce commission. Okay, like I said, you can look this up. It's cdllife.com. And they're going to force like I said, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration to look into this. And they're going to have to bring up their facts and findings to the federal motor carriers and the Congressional Committee for Sciences, and they're going to present the facts. And I'm going, good luck. Worst case scenario is they're going to start eliminating potential truck drivers' jobs for men. That's my fear. Because it's always, like I said, it's a federal law. You want to be a truck driver, you get your CDL, and you find a good company to work for. And you apply. My biggest fear is equity. They're going to go for equity and not equality. You know, already a lot of your major trucking industries are dropping the requirements. When I was hired on with this company that I'm working for right now, I had to have 2 years experience driving. I've mentioned this before. Now they've dropped it down to 6 months. My biggest fear is that, okay, they're going to give an initiative like, okay, here's some more money for you because you're a woman. Come drive. They're going to put them in these classes and they're going to spit them out in 3 weeks, just like they are with the majority of young men. And that's why we've had so many wrecks, in my opinion, is because 3 weeks is not long enough. Okay? Yeah, granted, women are 20% less likely to get into an accident. And that's great. But you still need experience. Man or woman, you still need experience on the road with these rigs. You're not going to face every single possible scenario in 3-week class. There's no way. Especially if you're doing it in the summertime. What are they going to do? Freeze part of a training ground so you know what it's like to see black ice or on it? Or they're going to wet it down so you know what it's like to be on a wet road? No. To me, this is just a waste of taxpayer money. Because it's already equal opportunity. I can't stress that enough. You cannot discriminate because of sex. So, if you're a woman, you can become a truck driver. If you're a man, you can become a truck driver. Like I've said before, I've met transgender truck drivers. Okay? Whatever floats your boat. Don't care. You're doing a job. You're making money. You're keeping America moving. So, we'll see what comes of this. Let's keep the information rolling. Leave me your opinions down in the comments below, and let's just keep this conversation on a roll, okay? Let's see what comes of this. Keep the rubber side down and stay safe out there on the highways of life.